money. Money. Let's talk about money. Money and your customer and money. Figure this out. You can go anywhere. Okay, you got to embed this information into the core of who you are, and that is this. There's no shortage of money on this planet that you're on. If you're going to make big money, people at Goldman Sachs, the people at Blackstone, these people think, hey, there's no shortage of money. They just print it. When it gets short, they print more. So you got to get your head wrapped around. If you were brought up the way I was brought up, I had to unwind some of my education. You'll see more of this on all our financial training within this platform. Get your head wrapped around. There's no scarcity. Even if you were brought up in poverty, you were brought up in the lower middle class, the middle class, or the upper middle class, or your family was a millionaire. Let me tell you something. You are limited to how, around money, you're limited to how you think about money. There's no shortage of money on this planet. If you got a shortage, that's an issue with how you think, okay? So when you're dealing with a customer, you got to start thinking about, this guy doesn't have a money shortage even though he talks about it, because we can get him more money. Get yourself straight on the subject of money. People are being sent out to work every day, forced to sell products and services that they're not even mentally set up to collect the money. If you believe in your product, yet you have a belief that there's a shortage of money, regardless of how well you think about your product, or how much you think about your product, or how valuable your product actually is, if you have a scarcity around collecting money, the ability to collect money, then you're not going to be able to put the two together. Billions of people on this planet have this false idea that there's some sort of money shortage. There's not enough money to go around. I can't get mine. The wealthy people have all the money. I don't have any. There's the disparity between the rich and the poor. All these ideas that there's not enough to go around, and that you somehow are going to be short on the money trade. The truth of the matter is there's more than enough money for everyone on this planet to have endless amounts of money. In fact, there's so much money, okay, that even when we run out of it, remember, this is just printed, it's paper, it's made, it's manufactured. It'd be like saying there's a shortage of sticky notes or toilet paper. All they're going to do is make some more. They just go back to the printing press. Right now, as I shoot this content for you, we're going to print like $10 trillion for the U.S. The Federal Reserve says, we'll do whatever we can to save the U.S. economy. Here, money. Where'd it come from? No shortage. Also, you got to get your head wrapped around, and I understand, by the way, if you're looking at your bank account, your checking account, your savings account every day, and there's no money in it, then you think there's a shortage. You're validating what your belief is, okay? But you have to understand that you don't need to make money. Listen to me. People walk around every day, I got to make some money, I got to make some money, I got to make some money. No, you don't have to make the money. Somebody else made it already. You need to connect with it, hook into it. Meet the people that have it. Solve their problems, they'll give you money. Get your head fixed around these 2 points. One, there's no shortage of money. And number two, you don't have to make it. You need to collect it. So right now, I want you to do this. I want you to stop right here. And I just want you to, if you got to go outside, if you're inside, go outside. Or if you're on the internet and you can't go outside, just go on the internet and start looking for how much money there is. If you're on the internet right now, just go see what Amazon did in the last minute. Okay? How many people are watching Netflix right now? Their Netflix subscription renewed today, and they had to pay the $9 or $7, whatever it is. How many people do you think are going to grocery stores right now buying something? Okay? Then go outside and look at the number of cars, the real estate. Look how much money there is everywhere within, a square mile of you. Cars, buildings, the taxes that are being paid, the lawns that are being cleaned, the services being rendered, the amount of concrete that was poured. Somebody paid for all that concrete. Look for the clothes people are wearing, the jewelry they're wearing, the shoes, the boots, the Nike shoes, the Adidas, the endless amounts of things that you bought for your kids multiplied times 7 billion. Look, there's so much money circulating on this planet right now. Literally, every human being could probably have a net worth of a couple $1 million. You like that idea? You like the idea that there's no scarcity? Fix this. How can you close on money? How can you make sense of money if you actually believe there's a scarcity? You can't. You'll never get your fair share. Look, nobody's going to just give you their money. By the way, your beliefs about money are shared by your customer. They also think there's a shortage. So they're going to get all tight in the clothes thinking, I need to protect my money, but I want your product. I got to protect my money. I want your product. I got to protect my money. See, they're having a war inside. You're having the battle yourself, and the money ends up winning. But the people that don't struggle with a shortage, those guys on Wall Street think, hey, we'll just make some more. We'll just print it. We'll just change the value. Like they think in abundance, not with limits. Go look at the ocean. If you're not close to the ocean, you're in the Midwest, put it on the internet. You can see everything right there. Just go in there and put ocean, okay? And I want you to just see how wide it is, how deep it goes, and just look. Look at a desert. Look at anything that provides you with a change of mind about limitations. Look at the amount of the energy that comes from the ocean that hits the beaches on the West Coast, East Coast, the South. The Pacific, the Atlantic, the Mediterranean. Pick any ocean, the Indian Sea, the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf. Pick them, okay? They're deep, they're big, they're wide. I want you to go out now in your mind. I want you to go out and say, I'm going to get a bucket of water out of the Red Sea. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a truckload, okay? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get 10 planes, and I'm going to grab buckets of water out of the Red Sea. You're not going to empty it. You understand? That's how much money there is. Okay? Take as many buckets as you want. Nobody's going to know anything happened. You remove $1 billion from the Wall Street U.S. economy, or from the U.S. economy, or from the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ. You take S&P 500. You take $1 billion from the S&P 500. Nobody's going to report on it. It's nothing. It's like a piece of sand on the beach. Start paying attention in your mind how much money's in the marketplace. They should do these classes in school where kids in the 7th grade start thinking about prosperity and abundance. Look at the homes, the telephone bills. Just start tying it. Okay, for every house, what is there? Telephone bills, electric bills, gas bills, water bills, clothes inside, furniture inside. It just goes on and on. Okay, there was a kitchen, cabinets, a sink, a faucet, okay? There's tile, like just go on and on and on. Somebody buys the new house, and what happens? They change all this stuff. All the stuff that was good for the last owner, they get rid of. The cabinets, the kitchen tile, the faucets, they change everything. The refrigerator, the utilities get upgraded. They use more. Endless amounts of money. If we ever get close to running out of money, by the way, for the last 2,000 years, what do? Print some more. Destroy what we have and make a new currency. There's plenty of money to go around, okay? The question is, are you getting your share? And if you're not getting your share, it's right here in between these two temples. Okay, go take a couple $100 million from any place in the world economy, and nobody will report you, or it's a non-event. If you start looking for prosperity and abundance and possibility, you will see it. You start looking for wealth, you will get it, okay? What I want you to do right now, and by the way, right now as I say that, I know some of you thought, I don't need all that. I don't need money. I don't need money. Because you've been programmed to believe and to give up on the thing that there is abundance of, money. What I want you to do right now, in this segment, is handle a couple of things. First of all, you get your head right about the money game. Start telling yourself, if you got to write it on your bathroom, write it on the glass where you brush your teeth, okay? Hey, money is abundant. There's plenty of money to go around. I have an abundance of money. Write affirmations around you so you can start re-educating yourself around the money game. Then I need you to handle the environment around you, your parents, your friends, your spouse, your relatives. You got to start handling them around the money game so that you're not receiving their affirmations. By the way, that's exactly what the customer is going to tell you. The same thing you're hearing from your spouse, your parents. Same ideas they have, your customer has. And you hear and you buy into. Handle those people. Handle them. Say, knock it off, guys. There's plenty of money to go around, okay? Get them corrected on this. Correct yourself. Have affirmations around you. And then start correcting your environment around you. You know, we're said that we're the 3 to 5 people we spend the most time with. If you can't handle the people around you, how are you going to handle a customer on a $90,000 project that wants to get it for $81,000 and you don't have the room to do that? If you sell it at $81,000, you don't make any money. Okay? Fix your head. Fix their head. Then you can start fixing customers. Understand what I'm saying? When you're out spending money, okay, the third part of this is when you're out spending money, you got to quit tightening up every time you go to spend something. You see something you want, you're like, how much is it? And they tell you, and you're like, oh. Yeah, because you have that natural response to your education, your upbringing. It's $5, it's $50, it's $500, it's $5,000. Why are you getting all tight? It's not your money. Listen to me. It's not your money that you're paying with. This money that I have in my pocket is not my money. I used to think it was my money, and as long as I thought it was my money, by the way, I'm incorrect, it's not my money. It was somebody else's money. They gave it to me. I hold on to it for a little while. I then trade it with somebody else, and we build an economy. Look, the highest paid salespeople I've ever met in my 25 years are the most generous people that I've ever met. Like, they don't have a problem giving this away. They tip heavy. They help people. They're not stuck on this. Like, if I can't give somebody a $20 tip, and I'm like, well, how much was the meal? The meal was $20, okay? Well, the tip really should be $4. Why can't you give them another $20? Because you're hung up on money. You're hung up on it. You think it's your money. You're trying to save rather than bring in. You want your energy on bringing money in. I'm not saying you should waste money, but the easier it is for you to give 20 away, the easier it will be for you to get 2,000 back. It's not karma. This is not karma. People are like, I'm generous so I get money. No. It's because you don't have a problem with money that you get money. I use money. I let it circulate, okay? Because I'm confident I can collect it. How do you collect money? How do you collect money? By showing up in the marketplace, being productive. Because you meet people, okay? You can't produce money if you don't meet people, connect people, and solve problems. To the degree that I have problems with my limits and my energy and money, I'll have trouble with money. Money is more of a middle issue than it is a shortage issue. There is no shortage. If you won't spend it, you can't get it. Listen to me. If you won't spend it, you can't get it. The millionaire, your millionaire uncle that buries all of his money in his backyard, he's been doing this for 30 years. He's cheap. He's cheap, and he's got millions of dollars, and he's cheap, and he's angry, and he's scared. He could be worth tens of millions of dollars, not millions, if he just recirculated the money and kept it flowing. If you don't respect money, okay, it will leave you. If you don't respect money, it will never come spend time with you. You got to change your mind about money. So what are you going to do here? What are you going to do here? You're like, uh-oh, shit, I got some work to do. Yeah, but what are you going to do as a result of this segment right here? First, you're going to handle yourself. Okay, write some affirmations. Second, you got to start handling the people you spend the most time with. Maybe go to them and just say, hey, I need your help with this, man. I'm getting crushed here. I'm 35 years old. I don't have any money in the bank account. I need some help. I remember going to my uncle when I was 33 years old. I'm busting my ass. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything. He's like, you got to learn how to get money to work for you. I said, thank you very much. I got out of there and I started studying. How do I get money to start working for me? Look, there's no shortage of money. There's no shortage of paper. There's no shortage of anything. Any shortage that you hear about was manufactured by someone else to drive the price up. Okay. Third thing, you got to start respecting money, and you got to start respecting it for what it is. I don't mean respect it like save it. I mean respect it like use it. Money is useless until it is used. It is better off going $20 for a tip for the haircut I got. It's better for me to give $20 than for it to sit in my pocket. Because now what am I doing? I'm greasing the wheels. I am paying for a relationship. I'm hooking up with people. They need money too. And by the way, your daddy said money doesn't grow on trees and a penny saved is a penny earned. And your daddy didn't know anything about money. You know more about money right now than your daddy knew, and he was an economist. Money does grow on trees. It comes from a cotton bush. It's plentiful. It's abundant. It's printed. It's manufactured by man, okay? It sits in warehouses on pallets, and when we run out, they print more.